Hi, good morning. I hope everybody's really well. So, how do we cope with our fast makeup with this weather? Now, we don't tend to have a lot of this type of weather, so it's draining. We feel exhausted. I mean, look at this face. It is absolutely ready for something to happen to it. Apologise for the finger and the reason it looks like this. I actually broke one of my nails this morning about 3 minutes ago and it is in agony, so I can't wait to get to the salon to get it fixed. So I do apologise by waggling this thing around, but I wanted to do this anyway because I haven't done one for ages. Okay, so how am I going to deal with this sun? Let me help. First off, we're going to cleanse, which I have done. Rose water. If nothing else, that just feels super cool and so nice. And it's going to take down this puffiness. Because of this heat, I've not been sleeping very well at all. Having 2 young kids. And I'm just going to whip this out my face. Super quick. Okay. So we're just going to let that settle for a second. It's all about the base. So Glorious Primer. And we're going to pop that, a little bit of that on the back of my hand. You don't need a lot of this. Again, if I was working on somebody else, I would use a brush, but because I'm working on myself, I'm going to use my fingers. Because it's my face. And the fact that you've got warm fingers actually helps to penetrate the product in. Okay, that feels super good, and I've got loads left on my hand. So that just shows you how little that you actually have to use of the Glorious, which is beautiful. Okay, if I wanted to, I would use my corrective palette at this point and go to town on all of my uneven skin tone. But you know, this morning, I just don't want to do it. I just want to put it on and get to work. You know, I'm tired and I need a little bit of R&R. So I want this to be easy and simple. So we're going to go in with our beauty blender. I've got a mirror here, by the way. I know it's changed up a little bit, but I've got a mirror there, so it just helps me make it happen. Because it's not always easy to do makeup into a camera. So at the moment, I'm not blending it, I'm just kind of moving it around my face to the places that I want it to be. And then when I'm happy, it's evenly distributed. Turn my beauty blend around and just start blending it in. If you don't own one of these are amazing. Like, I don't know how people put their makeup on without a beauty blad. Like, what are you doing? Okay, so now BB Flawless. You'll see on my social media, like, I'm always whipping up, it's a BB Flawless day. And that's because, right, I love my foundation, and when I'm doing makeup, and we're talking like on point, going for it makeup, then yeah, my foundation absolutely wouldn't go without. But when I'm having days like this, where I just want to put some makeup on and not look drained, and you know, I just want to be chilled with it, my BB Flawless. Now this is a hydrating, moisturizing, pigmented cream that is, I mean, I just absolutely adore this stuff. Okay, again, I'm going to take my, because this is a different type of product, it's got a much more kind of creamy consistency. But you can see for a tinted moisturiser, it actually has really high pigment. Now be super careful at this point because we've just put our concealer on. And the last thing we want to do is now take it back off again. So really, we're not going to put too much underneath our eyes. We're going to fill the gaps. Look at that already. I mean, and what have we done? It's not a lot really, have we? Now, this stuff is super hydrating, so it's going to be really moisturising. So to start off with, yes, it does feel a little bit wet on my face. That goes so fast, but I'm going to use that wet feeling, because what I want to do is grab my contouring palette, and I have this in light, and because this product, the BB Flawless, is quite wet, my contouring kit is going to blend beautifully into it without it getting muddy. So I'm doing a little bit at a time of my contouring kit. And you can see that's just giving me cheekbones, which is what we need. And I'm just going to give it another little blend. Okay, so while this is still setting, because we've used the primer as well, because this is still setting, I'm going to keep on going, because what I want is it just helps to blend my powders super quick, so I don't want to set it down quite yet. So beachfront bronzer, and I'm kind of contouring with my bronzer at the same time. So I'm going to use a little bit up here. But I'm just keeping this part without any bronze on it at all. Okay, so as my brush is getting emptied of product, I'm just going to give it a little once over. And when you're happy with that, I'm happy with that. I'm happy about this base. I mean, we're not going flawless here. We're going relaxed makeup, but still looking on point. We still want it to look good. We don't want it to look rubbish. We want it to look really good. So now we've got our Mineral Fresh, which is our mineral concealer in Fresh. I like to use my mineral concealer as a base for any eye product that I want to put on. See how that's just opened up the eye? So my skin doesn't feel tight because I've been using the BB Flawless. It feels really good. I feel like I've just had a massive injection of moisture onto my face. And so many people, you know, we walk around with dry faces and we wonder why like our makeup is crinkling and everything's not looking quite right. We need more moisture in our life. So I'm just going to take my Brassy on palette 1. And this is a gold shimmer. Now I'm using my sponge because I want to compact it down on top of the eyelid, merging it with my Fresh Mineral Concealer. So that Fresh Mineral Concealer that I've just put on, it's blending with beautifully. So I'm going to keep Just popping some on until I'm happy with the consistency of the product. Okay, I'm going to go inside my eyeball here and just pop a little bit in there just to open up the eye just a touch. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm going for my cream shadow brush and my Noble splurge. Now what I'm going to do is I'm dipping this in, I'm covering my brush, I'm going to pop a tiny bit on my hand just to work it into the brush ever so slightly, so I have better control over where this is going. So I'm popping it on and I'm pushing it up. Don't be afraid of this stuff, like this is a cream eyeshadow, so it's always going to look super scary when you first put it on. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, and this is where the magic happens, I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm just going to blend it all the way up, like so. I mean, that's it. Nothing scary about that at all. Go back. You've still got a little bit of product from your concealer on your hand. So we're going to go in and we're just going to make sure that it's tidied up, because you really don't want too much fallout. I'm going to go back in. I'm just going to dry off from using the splurge, my blending brush again, pull my eye across and then just give it another blend. Blending is always so important. So that's Brassy on palette 1 and Noble out of the splurges. Done. Liner shader brush, shader, liner brush. And we're not going to blend anything today, we're just going to go straight in with chipper. So straight in with chipper, and all I've done at this point is I've drawn a line at the top and pulled it down. I've come underneath, I'm just filling the arch in just ever so slightly, and I'm going to do the same on this one. You want to turn your brush round and just fill in. So my brush is flat this way now, you can see, and I'm just going to turn my brush as I get here and then pull the product down. Okay? They're sisters, not twins, but you want to make them as twinny as possible. Okay, so at this point I have an old mascara wand that I like to use when I'm doing this sort of eyebrow, when we're talking no fancy stuff, not brushing it down, not worrying about it, I'm just filling it in. And I'm just going to use my old wand to just soften it ever so slightly and just blend it in. Okay, now because we're working without precision, you have every now and again going to have to go in. I mean, this is why again I love these blending buds, because what they're doing is they're holding product like after this one application, and I can go in and neaten up when I'm working fast, you know. Make sure I'm all blended. Nobody wants a line. Okay. Pouty lip liner. I love Pouty. I actually really love Pouty. I've got a makeup crush on Pouty. Pouty creates no stress. So that's my lip liner. Oh, I could actually just walk out with it like that and it would look awesome. Okay, so final face thing. I have a highlighting stick that's just a little bit more icy than the Unique palette, so I'm just going to pop a little bit on my highlighting areas because we're going for this kind of dewy, chilled look. See how that just made that pop? This is like really light version of strobing. We're literally just popping. I'm using my finger. I'm not even putting it on directly. And I'm just making sure it's blended through. Okie dokie. Last but not least, I have had false eyelashes put on a while ago. So I do have some lashes on there. One of my girls at the salon is training. So she put them on for me. They look awesome, but I am ready for infill. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to take my mascara wand. I'm going to fill in the bottom of my lashes, and I'm doing that because I want my false ones to carry on going, but I just want to get a little bit of a fullness in there. Like so. So, crazy. We are all done, and that is my chilled, fast, BB flawless face. This is my, I'm going to work, I'm just going to chill today, I'm going to enjoy my life. If you want, see, we're going all Cloverfield now. If you want to finish this look off with a bit of a pop, cherry cobbler, liquid bonbon. These, again, hydrating. This is about hydration and chilledness. This is amazing. Try it, use it, love it. You will never look back. You'll have like 5 of them in your handbag and in your desk at work because this feels great, really good, really hydrated. I normally get dry lips all the way underneath there. I don't drink enough water. I know I should, I don't. So this sort of stuff just helps me look better. So there's your dewy, beautiful, gorgeous, everyday, chilled look. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. I'm sorry I'm a little bit nuts, I am quite tired, but I hope it's been helpful. Okay, lots of love. Chat to you soon. And remember, if you have any questions, you can email me, sales@rockaface.co.uk. You can Facebook me, which is Rocka Face. You can contact me. My name is Gemma Strodwick. Bye.